Hey internet, it's Andrea, alone again, after doing a couple of videos with my husband. Um, yeah, hmm, I don't know, around here right now, the weather's warming up, so all the snow's melting and there's water everywhere and it's just miserable but then I guess it's supposed to get cold again, so it'll probably all freeze and it will be even more miserable. Basically, the moral of this introduction is this winter needs to go die in a fire. I live in Erie, Pennsylvania, and I'm used to crappy winters, but this winter's been special because of just the really, really cold temperatures that we're not used to. And it was 35 degrees when I left for work today, and I walked outside and I was like, it's warm! So, yeah, that was weird. Um, I guess in other non related news, Olympic hockey semifinals coming up on Friday. U.S. versus Canada and Finland versus Sweden. Of course, I'd like my own country to win. And then Finland versus Sweden. I would prefer Sweden, but either one is good because I have players on both teams that I really, really like. Um, yeah, when it gets to the finals, I don't know what I'm gonna want, but we'll see. I think I'm kind of avoiding getting to the actual issues that I need to talk about in this vlog because I don't know, maybe they're a little tough to talk about, but I guess I should get into it and stop dawdling. Um, in terms of trying to conceive slash adopting, all that kind of stuff, um, right now I'm a little bit at a standstill because Kellen and I have been trying to work out finances and try to get a new car and stuff like that. And we are thinking about moving and things like that. And it's just been really hectic, and I haven't been thinking much about adopting. Um, and I'm really not gonna, if adoption is definitely what I'm going to do, which, still may not be the case, who knows at this point. Um, it's still not going to be a viable option, like I said, until we can work out our finances better. Right now, we're cutting every expense we can. I just um, found a better deal on internet. It only saves like $10 a month, but $10 is $10, right? I mean, that's $120 a year. It doesn't seem like much, but when you're on a really tight budget, it can mean a lot. Um, we do budget billing for gas. Our electric bill is usually pretty predictable, so we don't really worry about that too much. The internet was actually the biggest of our utility bills, and it still will be because internet's stupid. Like, there's only one kind of internet you can get where I live, and once you're already a customer, like promotional prices a lot of times don't apply to you. Like, I've tried to get like promotional prices and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh, we can't do that because you're already an existing customer and stuff like that." And it's like, really, you can't do anything to make it a little cheaper. It's insane when like the promotional price for the kind of internet we have right now is $35 and we're paying 55. That's a $20 difference. That's insane. So what I did was I used a promotional price and upgraded our internet to Turbo, which actually is better internet, but it's going to cost us $10 less a month. So I mean, I'll have to watch it next year to see what it's going to go up to, and then I don't know, figure it out from there what I want to do. But I figured at least, for a year or whatever, we can figure it out. And then, maybe next year when it's coming up, that the promotional price is going to expire, we can call them and be like, well, either you give us a better price or we're going to cancel. So um, the thing is that's kind of hard to say when there's only one type of internet available to you. So trying to negotiate a price there has so far not been very beneficial to me. This is the only thing I've been able to find. I'm like, $10 a month, better than nothing, right? And better internet. um, so yeah, we're not in a good place to adopt. Adoption costs money. In Pennsylvania, it does not cost much to adopt from foster care, but it's still an expense when you consider court fees and stuff like that to finalize adoption and whatnot. Obviously, having your own child is not cheap either because you have to pay for doctor visits and hospital bills and all that kind of stuff. But the thing is lately I've still been losing weight slowly but surely. I lose a pound here or there, whatever. Um, I'm in the low 150s, which makes me happy. I would love to be back in the 140s. That would make my life. I've been saying for years, if I was just like in the 140s, I would be so happy, and I'm almost there. And I want to try really hard to get there, but it's kind of hard in the winter. I don't do as much. I can't get outside. But to see that I am still losing weight, here and there without putting a lot of effort into it is good, and it's still mostly because of my diet that I still eat really well. I've put more foods back into my diet, because it was really restrictive before, and like I said, that was causing problems. So I've just been introducing things slowly and stuff like that to see how my body reacts to it, and so far so good. So that's good to know. But a lot of the things that I had cut out are still completely cut out. Like pop and most dairy is still gone. So yeah, I mean I'm still operating on the same basic diet, but just adding a few more things back in, like as far as bread is concerned, like I was really not eating much of that because all the carb stuff. But really, I mean, I eat like whole grain breads and stuff like that. But I'm not as conscious about it as I used to be, and it hasn't caused me any problems. And I think it's a little more filling when I eat it. I was just, like I said, I was restricting myself so much. I was like hungry even after eating meals. So I was getting too extreme. Um, but the thing about the continued weight loss is that I'm noticing other improvements in my overall health, and one of them is the improvement of my menstrual cycles, as I talked about before. This month in particular, I noticed that around the time that I would ovulate, which is probably the past few days, that I've actually exhibited signs of ovulation. Not where like I just had to use an ovulation test to get an idea, but like signs that should actually be there came up, and it kind of got me a little excited. I was like, oh well, maybe this means I can get pregnant. And I think I'm getting ahead of myself, and I'm probably getting my hopes up. And they will likely be dashed. But, I never know. Stranger things have happened to me. Um, so it kind of gave me a resurgence of, you know, still trying to get pregnant and, not giving up on that front, because I really don't want to give up on it. I'm not ready to. And I don't know, it throws a wrench into the whole thing, because it's like, now am I really sure that I do want to do adoption? Do I want to look into going back to using ovulation tests and stuff like that? I don't know. But, you know, I definitely put forth a little bit more effort this month in trying to conceive, even though I don't know exactly when I ovulated and stuff like that. It's just kind of a guess based on physical symptoms I was having and the general time around which it usually occurs. So, who knows? If it happens, cool. If it doesn't happen, will I be upset? Yeah, definitely. I'll be sad. It'll suck. But lately, I've just been really down in general. Just having so much come up at once that, I need a new car, that I don't have as many hours at work. I used to do 31 and now I'm down to 25. And it's been a while since I've been at 25, but it's still like it sucks. And my husband started working overnight just at the beginning of the new year, and that's still really weird for me. And then considering moving to try to save money, also got thrown into the mix there. And I, I think that's probably off the table at this point, for a few reasons. But it's easy to not feeling quite yourself when you have so much going on and so many things you need to take care of and so many things not going the way you're expecting them to. So I guess I've been struggling a little bit lately, and I've been a little more hopeful in the last like week or so, like I said, because I've noticed ovulation symptoms and stuff like that, and you know, kind of pushed it a little, that you know I wanted to try to take advantage of that, I guess. So that brought me a little bit of hope, but it also, now that it's past, it's like, I guess it's kind of like an empty feeling, and a like, well, you know, it's probably not going to result in anything, like always. And then it just makes me feel even crappier than I did before, and it sucks. It really sucks when I'm home at night by myself and Kellen's not here, and I don't really have anyone to talk to who understands what I'm going through. You know, I do know a few people who have experienced similar things, but I guess not to the degree that I have. And, you know, I do, there are a couple people that I do talk to about it, and, you know, they're helpful. But I don't have anyone that I really see on a regular basis who I can talk to about it, who really seems interested. I think I mentioned before about like my parents, that they know that Kellen and I are trying to have a baby, and that we've considered adopting, but they don't seem that excited about it. They don't really seem to care. So like, I can't even really, I think a lot of women my age that, you know, their mothers are like excited about them having kids, and I don't get that from my mom. And I guess I feel like she doesn't care that I want to have kids. And, you know, there are no other girls in my family. I'm the only girl in my family, and Kellen's family's all boys. And I feel like maybe if Garrett was around, he would probably talk to me about it, and I probably still could talk to him about it, but he's not here. And it's really hard when there's no one you can just sit next to and tell them how you feel, and tell them that it's really hard when you see people around you having kids with no trouble, and you work with kids whose parents obviously aren't taking care of them, and you wonder why they could have kids but you can't. And I don't mean to cry, I'm just really, really having a tough time. And my dog's getting all worried about me. He's coming over. So, yeah, things have been tough, and I'm not doing very well with it, and I wish I was. And I'm trying things to make myself feel better. I've been playing more video games, which usually helps me, sad as that is, to get my mind off of it. But it's still a struggle. It's still very hard. It is what it is, I guess. And I have to keep pushing forward, but I'm finding it much more difficult lately to just keep pushing forward. I just feel stuck. I feel stuck and isolated. I wouldn't say alone, because I have Kellen, but isolated. Here comes Kupo, wants to help. So yeah, I think I just needed to get that off my chest and just kind of update where I am. And hi honey, I'm okay. See, this is what he does, he licks my tears. So I think I'm gonna let Kupo take care of me right now. I hope everyone's having a good week and staying warm and staying dry. Bye.